Welcome to Primo Race Center inside a brand new 17BHB in Coachmen's new Bijou ultralight series. This is a 7-foot wide series meant for those ultralight vehicles. I think this is just a tremendous new, innovative, very innovative floor plan for families, especially in a smaller size. Obviously much tougher to innovate in a smaller space, but they've really done a great job in kind of looking at some of their cousins and sister ships in the Apex line, as well as the remote series, which is certainly the most comparable, and took some notes there, but really created some new innovative ideas of their own. So we're very excited on this one. So tip to tail, we're just under 22 feet. We are 3,280 pounds dry. That's with everything on board currently. So it's got a lot of tow vehicle options. We're going to start inside here, right up by the door here, right where you kind of want to have easy access to things like your monitor panel on the road. We've got, again, easy access to those, all our light switches in terms of inside and outside. And then we've got our awning switch as well. And things like our water pump. So if we do want to use that kitchen sink as we're preparing to leave the driveway or leave the campground, you certainly can by flipping the switch. Great little easy access to the outlet in the kitchen here. We do have a TV standard here. We've got an innovative feature on the outside, which I'll show you after, that pertains to that as well in terms of entertainment. I love the width here of the window. The windows are definitely going to be a theme here in a small unit. You just typically don't see the number of windows here. So the amount of ventilation you get on a small unit where you may be looking to use it off-grid occasionally, again, tremendous. A huge one at the dinette here. I love the fact that they've carried the drawers in the kitchen from the Apex series and remote series right in through here. We've got our microwave as well as a 2-burner stove. So hopefully you'll be able to do most things outside. We'll talk about some of the cooking amenities out there as well. Some great storage here above our fridge and as above our stove as well. As we come around into the main parental living area here in terms of the bed area, you'll notice 3 windows, which on a small coach like this, typically, again, you don't see. You do have an emergency exit window here, which you could leave open about 6 inches. So even if it's raining out, you can have that one open. You've got some great storage here at the end of the bed, so a place to put a glass of water and a book at night and perhaps your device, and you've got charging at both ends. And then we do have another window here that will open at the end of the bed as well. LED lights throughout, so super bright, which certainly makes a smaller space feel bigger. And you've got some great cargo storage up top here. We do have some speakers on board as well, so again, allow you to play some of that music off your devices as well. And I love the size of the window here. So huge window, again, really important to be able to bring in lots of ventilation if you do a venture off grid once in a while. So that'll certainly do it. You do have a blackout shade as well. So this could be that third child bed option. So you'd have 4 beds in a fairly small coach here. I love the fact they've carved out the little shoe storage. So right where you come in the door here, and for a smaller coach, you do have a lot of room at the door, which I love. And then perhaps if you're traveling with a small dog or something and you need to have some bowls by the door, again, it gives you that space. But again, great little shoe storage area here. We do have some outlets as well as charging there for you. Built-in carbon monoxide detector as well. And then our furnace is nice, centrally located just below the floor here in between bed area and dinette. And then our AC right above. So again, right in the middle, going to do a great job of cooling as well as warming. I love some of the hidden storage here. So we've got a great little kind of coffee bar here. Certainly could be a different type of bar should you wish, but it also could be a bit of a workstation. So if you're somebody that needs to work from the road, certainly it's a place you could stash kind of all those office devices, even a little printer if you needed to, keep a laptop back here and allow them to charge as well. But if you're someone who likes to, again, have the finer things in terms of coffees and teas, great place to hide that, as well as some hot chocolate for the kids as well. We've got our thermostat here, so nice and easy in the middle of the night, turn that on if you're getting a little cool. And then we have a great 12-volt fridge, and we're going to show you some tricks outside with that one. We are pre-wired for solar here, so they have run all the wires to the roof for you. So if solar is something that you want to do, it's something certainly we can do here, but you could also do it off the front as well. So we can talk about some options there should solar be in your future or immediate need. Love the fact here they've got multiple ways to use these bunks. So certainly they could always be storage in sort of a more of a grandparent situation, but they each have their own window. You have an emergency exit window, but you also have the storage door, which I absolutely love. So this is innovative, and then again, all kinds of cargo solutions, easy to get to your power converter. You are ready for lithium batteries here as well. Each one will have individual lights in here as well, so great little reading lights. And you've got easy access, no slide, so easy access to the entire coach on the road. We do have on-demand now hot water, so there's our controls there at the very top. And then we've got an outlet just below that, great little medicine cabinet. We do have a vent here in both the bathroom and in the kitchen area to help, again, take out any cooking smells or any humidity that you may be creating back here. So you've got a skylight for anybody who's a little bit taller, and a great hot and cold shower here. Nice way to rinse off. So we're going to take you outside here and show you some of the very, very innovative ideas here. And a lot of those tend to be outside where they, in this coach, the intention is really where you're going to live. And certainly in a smaller space, if the weather's cooperating, that's really where you want to be. Great steady steps here, lippert steady steps. You're anchored to the ground, so especially if you've got little ones running in and out, it's not a case where they're going to be bouncing, and especially if they're just learning to walk or things like that, it's going to be very easy for them to get in and out. You've got your lend-a-hand here, which is very helpful, again, for kids and us olders who want to get in and out very quickly. Close the door here. So you've got a great window in the door to start with, and as we saw on the inside, again, lots of windows all the way around. That wraps right around to our front here. So we're going to have a coach because of that front window that feels a lot bigger on the inside than it actually is. You've got your fiberglass wrapping right around that window, right to the very roof. Great little 2-foot high stone guard here. Lots of room for propane, so you've got a 20-pound tank standard. You've got room for multiple batteries here. So certainly if it's off-grid in your future, I would always recommend having at least 2 batteries, and certainly we can discuss kind of the types and kind of how long we would see those working for you, depending on what your choices are in solar. You've got some great amenities here stored away in the very front, so a huge front compartment. You've even got a separated area here where you could store some fishing rods that maybe have some value to you that you don't want to have damaged. We've got a suburban griddle here that you can cook some great breakfast, lunches, and dinners on. We do on the backside have a little wash station as well, so a little cold water wash station. I love the fact here that the awning goes right from the very front compartment right to the very back, and on a small coach that's absolutely what you want to have, because that is where you want to live. That really makes that unit feel twice as big, and in this case not having a slide, again, it's really going to make it feel a lot roomier because you end up living outside. So we're going to show you some of the innovative ideas here on that note in terms of living outside. So you have the ability here to swivel your TV on a beautiful night, perhaps catch a movie together, or if it's late night for the parents, catch a movie, as you don't have the bunks on this side, so it kind of works out well if you do have a bit more light on this side at night. Not something that you have to worry about because kids' windows are on the other side. We do have some aluminum wheels here, so some less work here in the future. Our griddle at the very front we mentioned, it'll be the rail where it'll settle into, and then you do have propane right here, so you could use that for the griddle, but you could also use that for a barbecue or a stove. Another very innovative idea, one I love as the person who generally is cooking for anywhere from 4 to 6 people, is the fact that the entire fridge on the inside can swivel. And so on the back side, being very innovative and smart, they've put all kinds of checklists here, but also kinds of games for the kids. So it's basically a whiteboard back here, so the kids can have a lot of fun, especially on a rainy day if you're hanging out under the awning. Just gives you some great games. You've got a light out here, but someone who, again, is cooking out here, who is using that outside kitchen, what I would be doing is typically having this swiveled, and I would have my fridge door permanently facing out, because 9 times out of 10, I'm always going to be cooking outside. Chances are the kids are going to want to grab some snacks. Now they don't have to run in and out, which is really, really great. So it just gives you that option. So not everybody's ever going to use that feature, but it's great that it's there. And if you have a young family, I think you'll quickly appreciate it. You do have the light under the awning running the full length here, so no need for additional lights on the outside. We've got 4 very large jacks here, so again, very easy to stabilize this unit on site very quickly. And in the front compartment, they do give you the drill adapter for your impact or Kohler's drill, so you can quickly, especially if it's raining out, get camp really set up here. We do have the preset up here for the lippert ladder here that's detachable. Lots of room in this front of this coach to be able to store it if you wish, and we keep that in stock. You've got your spare tire, full size, in the back here. LED lights on the outside of the coach, and then pre-wired for a backup camera should you ever want to add one. On our backside here, nicely grouped together, all the hookups typically that we're going to want to use on site if we have them. So we do have both gray and black here. We have our wash station I was mentioning, so we've got that cold wash station. We do have a black tank flush helping us clean our sensors on our black tank. Water on site if we have it, so we can hook right up. We are 30 amp service here due to the AC, but certainly if you weren't using AC, you could dumb that down to a 20 or 15 amp connection. Should you have cable or satellite on site, that's a prep there for you, and easy access to our water tank. And again, that's an on-demand hot water tank, so should you have water on site, again, you can have endless showers here. Again, great feature here. You can load up kind of your Rubbermaid bins. This can go completely vertical, and then you've just got a ton of room here. I mentioned you do have USB inside the bunks, and again, great lights as well. And there is a deadbolt there, so you can lock that out from the outside. Love the fact here that our furnace is on the back side. Should mention here, just like our cousins in the Remote series and Apex series, the Northern Spirit Bijou series, you are going to have fiberglass backed with Asdel, so you've got that protection long term. So you're just not going to have that delamination factor in the future because you just don't have anything that can grab onto water and then start to pull things apart. So that massive dinette window. So again, we're going to bring in a lot of light, but also a lot of airflow. We've got our onboard water fill here, and then we've got the huge gate valve. So if it's time to go, it's storming out, pull that valve. 10 seconds later, you've drained all your water and you're hitting the road. And then we've got our emergency exit window at the front here. Great little standard magnetic latches, which I love. Again, just going to make sure that you don't end up with that coming down on your head as you're loading and unloading. So certainly for a family that's maybe looking to upgrade from something much smaller, something like a tent trailer, or just looking for that first coach, you know, if you've got young children, this would be an ideal fit for a lot of those smaller vehicles out there, and certainly would fit a lot of campsites, especially if you're looking to be waterside, maybe a little bit more remote. And we can certainly help you there with the pre-wired solar on the roof. We'd invite you out to Premar RV Center. Come on Much Coast to look here at our brand new 17 BHB in Northern Spirit's Bijou series.